Hello, potatoes, and welcome back to another pick a card reading. I hope you have been doing great. If you notice my little potato guy, he's growing a little arm over here. Eventually he's going to have all these little weird roots sticking out, and oh my gosh, I don't know, maybe he'll start to actually be pulling cards, which will be wild. Be just like blowing my mind if he starts like actually like picking cards. But until then, I'll have to use my hands. So today's reading is Diverging Paths. You're at a crossroads, and this is insight into two paths that you could potentially take. There's obviously so many different paths, but these are two. These are two paths. And advice too in which path might be better. I can't tell you which path to choose. It's your life, but these I'm just here to deliver the message of the paths. All right, so we have pile number 1, which is this. I don't even think these are real crystals. I think all of these are made of plastic, but they say that they're crystals. Some type of crystal bracelet. You have this funky multicolored multi-crystal, but I assume the outside is some type of acrylic that they put around it. And then you have this green crystal for pile number 3. So if you like green crystals, I love green, as you can see. This is all what do you call it, velvet. I love a velvet table, but it also gets little pieces of everything all over it. But it's really nice for reading because it keeps my cards a little bit more still than a typical thing. All right, now you're like, Amber, please shush, I'm trying to pick my pile. Okay, fine, I'll be quiet. Choose then. Hello, pile number 1. This is your reading for a diverging path. You're at a crossroads here, and these are your diverging paths. I'm doing this a little differently. I have already the piles lined up because it's just easier than keeping all these cards in sort of a organized fashion. So it looks like so this will be your one path, and this will be another path, and it looks like what connects these is something that you are passionate about, or where your passions lie. And I see in this card someone that has sort of been tied to something maybe quite unfulfilling, or maybe even it is that you're still searching too, especially with all these eyes here, that you're still searching and maybe a little bit confused. I mean, obviously you're on this reading, but it looks like there's a lot of things that you want to be doing, but there's sort of a not knowing where to go. And I mean, that's pretty obvious if you're on like a diverging paths pick a card. So let's start with the first route here. So if you go this direction, and I can't tell you what the directions are, you'll know them when you feel them. That's very much I'm called to give that message, is that you'll know the difference. Whatever this direction is complete emotional fulfillment. This completely emotionally fulfills you, especially followed with the Queen of Cups here. This is something that feels just, like what you love. What you love. It's what you love. And because this is a general read, it could be in a relationship. It could be in a job that feels completely emotionally fulfilling, or a relationship. And it's something that I'm getting the message of that you very much know this, that this is, or that it's something that you have to like actively like reach out and take it, especially followed by the Page of Pentacles. It's something that's like being offered to you in life, but it's your job to go after it. Like, you actually have to take this path. And I almost get this message with the Chariot that it's like, this is the direction. This is the good direction. This is the direction that you want to be going, but you have to make those steps. You have to go after that emotional fulfillment. You have to take charge, take the reins of your own life and go after those things. Nobody else can do it for you. And I see that, especially with your back turned here to all of this, or feeling like tied to this. We'll see what this other path is, but that this is something that is yours. It's complete emotional fulfillment, and it can be yours. You have to accept it. You have to go after it. You have to take control and go into that direction. All right. Let's see what the cards have to say, or Spirit. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say about this path. So we have Page of Swords, the Magician, and what else? What else do you have, Spirit? And Temperance. So getting clear, really getting clear about what it is that you want in life. And because you can't make steps forward to what you want in life without being clear about it. And then without cutting out the rest of the chaos, like I feel like the extra ideas that you have, like all of these ideas about what you want, where you want to go in life, you need to choose the most emotionally fulfilling and go towards that, because it looks like there's a lot of ideas going on, and you really need to get clear on one thing, to stop being so holding on to multiple things. Or there's a lot of ideas going on, and you need to just be make a choice towards one thing and not be so. I'm getting kind of a little bit of a scattered or not sure, unsureness. And then that's the way forward, and to move into that timeline towards something is to get really clear about it, and then that way it can come in. To be able to manifest, you can't be unsure. To be able to create a new life, you can't be unsure. You have to know what it is that you want to be able to create it. Because if it's all these ideas, the universe is getting confused, and it's just like, okay, they don't know what they want, so we'll just wait until they figure out what they want. And then, but yeah, to really bring balance too within, within what it is that what brings you most balance in life and peace. And I'm getting this idea of that you might be so unsure that it's creating this kind of chaos within you, and that you're only going to find relief from that when you get rid of the excess, let go of anything that is not what you want, or all these ideas of where you want to go. But it looks like this direction is emotional fulfillment, but you need to get clear on what it is, where you're headed, and how to go towards that, what the steps are that you need to take. All right, so then we come over here with the Moon, followed by the King of Cups. So there's this I'm getting some real negativity here. emotion. I'm getting real emotional unfulfillment. Almost overly emotional because this feels so unfulfilling. And down here with the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles, I wonder if this path here has been something that you, or wait, this is not did I say the 8, the 7? I wonder, especially with the Empress and the seeds here, there's this seed here. I wonder if this is something that's already been planted, like a direction that you've already sort of been in, where it feels like, I don't know, it's kind of like been there, done that. I'm getting very much like been there, done that, and I don't feel fulfilled by it, and it's not doing me any good. Let's see what the cards want to say about that. Tell me about this other path here. Eight of Pentacles. So the 7 to the 8. So something, that you've been, I get, there's the past energy here. The past energy, and I see this like person too sitting there just sort of like, this is what they've done, but they're like looking off into this other direction, and all this kind of looks like a little bit drab and like uninteresting. And then over here, there's all this like food and fruit and like a feast almost. And they've collected all of this, stuff. They've collected all this. You've collected all this stuff along the way, but is it emotional? Like, is it emotionally? It's not emotionally fulfilling to you, and it's just sort of something that you started it. Like, it's something that because you've grown it, or you've planted the seeds there, or at least I don't see. There is growth there. So it's something that you planted the seed that you've been doing for a while, like, and but feels really unfulfilling. The Knight of Wands, that you just want to like. You want to get out of there. You want to like play the drum of something more amazing. You just want to like, but I'm getting the message of like in and out too, where it's like 1 minute you're like sure that this isn't for you, and then the next you're like, oh no, like I'm going to stay here. So this sort of in and out kind of vibe going on. In and out. Sure, 1 minute that it's for you, and then unsure the next, and then kind of back and forth. But there's this really lovely thing over here. All right. So let's move on to your oracle cards. Release. I stop fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts, live in the present moment, and accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over and put into God's hands what I can't change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. So if you're currently like struggling between like this, and also there's this release too. I stop fighting my fears and hardships of life. I control my thoughts, live in the present moment. If you are wanting to release this, it can be. It's just up to you. It's up to you, and know that you can trust that everything is going to work out for the best, like that if you move towards something else, that it's going to work out. It looks like that whatever it is in your life that feels more emotionally fulfilling, that you should go towards that. All right, healing healing, positive transformation is occurring on a soul level. The answer to your question is yes. Yes, if you are wanting to get out of there, go. If you are completely unfulfilled over here, even though you've got roots here. I know you have roots here. I can see the roots. I can see the seeds that you've planted, but it does not feel fulfilling to you. It is something that you are not fulfilled by, and you should definitely not stay if you feel unfulfilled. All right, the lizard. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to be manifest, or yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. Inner artist, so all about passions, like if there is something in your life that you're wanting to go towards, listen to that. Listen to the lizard within. Get away from this, get away from the thoughts of what has been and financially, and let go of all those financial worries and what has been, and listen to that inner lizard and see what it tells you. I mean, I can't tell you what to do here. There's two paths here. And it's all about your passions in life, what you're passionate about. What throne of passions do you want to sit on, basically? And that should give you your answer in itself is, I know it seems like there's a lot of ideas going on. There's a lot of ideas, and you need to get really clear about what it is before you can even step towards it. Because if the ideas are too scattered, you're just not gonna, there's too many ideas to take. You gotta choose one thing that most fulfills you and walk towards that. All right, let's pull angel card. See what the angels have to say today. What you got, angels? Angels in the outfield. I don't know why I just... Leadership. Archangel Gabriel, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So if your passion is leading people, go towards that. That's like a definitive yes. But it is also just a reconfirming of take charge of take leadership role in your own life. The reins, I mentioned the reins earlier, and it's all kind of coming full circle here, is that you got to take the reins of your own life and not be afraid to. Just because I know it's sometimes easier to just stay within old energy and because it's sort of worked out, and things are, it does what it does, and I've been doing this and it earns me money, and all that, or it has something, there's some type of stability, because this could be a relationship reading too. But for however it resonates, there's something that you have already planted seeds within that's, it doesn't fulfill you. So take control over the direction of your own life. You don't have to, just because you've been doing something a long time doesn't mean you have to keep doing it. All right, we have don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Yes. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for what you want in life. Don't back down from a path because it feels scary to make a shift in your life. Don't be afraid of that. Go towards, and you stand up for what you believe is right. You know what is right. That's why I said when I started the reading, it's which is which. There's no question, and what it is that you love in life. make steps to move towards that. Or you don't have to, you know, like just Spirit wants you to. Spirit wants you to make step towards what you want, but there's no pressure to do so. You don't have to do it. I guess we could leave it right there. Yeah, we'll leave it right there. Actually, no. I'll pull one last card. If you move towards this, if you make moves towards a more fulfilling path, there's a lot of cards, but I'll take them since it's just the end of the reading. I typically don't want all the mess of cards on my table, but boom! Inspiration, amazing energy, energetic amazingness. Looks like looking out onto the world. That's that first step. Well, actually, Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, 9 of Wands. It's very much this sort of step by step, almost like just take the first step. Take the first step towards what you're fired up about. Get really clear about it, because that's that first step. By knowing you want to go out, you need to be clear about it. You haven't made the steps yet, but to actually head out into the journey, but being clear about it, that moment, take that moment right before to be clear about where you're heading, and know that just because you get bumps and bruises along the way, like maybe it doesn't immediately work out, or there's, a little bit of like, maybe a little bit of effort that needs to be put towards it, and like a little bit of not struggle, but like just, the kind of general effort that needs to be made, and that it's not going to defeat you, and that you will be sitting very, very strong and sturdy in the end, and very like that it's going to be like a new throne is what I'm getting. A new throne to sit in. A new throne for you to sit in the end, and that you will be sitting very strong in it, and that it's all about just taking the journey itself. All right, pile number 1. I hope that all resonated, and if it did not, please pick another pile. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, it would really help my channel grow, and I hope to see you on a future reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is your reading for diverging paths. Your life has come to a crossroads, and there's 2 different directions you can go. So we have direction number 1 and direction number 2. And in the middle here, connecting it, we have the World card. So this is very much about breaking out of a cycle. I don't know why I'm face palming. I feel all of a sudden very frustrated. So I don't know if this has been a cycle you've been repeating over and over. But it looks, and this might not resonate, but this can be specific about a person. I'm seeing very much person energy happening here. But there's a cycle that it's your choice whether or not you're going to stay in it. And the path is either staying in it or breaking out of it. As if you could see, there's this big world out there, and it's up to you which way you're gonna go. So I'll start out by saying that. So for here, we have this direction. This direction, the Knight of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the 6 of Cups. Somebody would like to come in. but they can't. There's this sort of slow energy to it because it has to be slow. It's up to you to go into that direction. There is this person, a person that just, he, she, they are there. They want to come in, and I see them almost. So this is an interesting depiction of the Eight of Pentacles. I see them almost like seeing how injured you are. Not that you're necessarily injured in reality, but that I get this like goddess energy too. God or a goddess, that they see you as somebody that they want to put this work into, like not work on you, but like the energy towards. They want to, they just see how strong you are. They see how strong you are, like your arms have been cut off, and they're very in awe of that. And you might not, this person doesn't even have to be present yet. But with this Six of Cups, they might already be in your realm. It's just they can't fully come in until you go towards this path. Because hold on, I'm already seeing another path over here, which I assume is the one that you might have been doing, just because this is a very cycle. There's a cycle going on here, especially with the snake again too. It's like cycles in the Wheel of Fortune. There's cycles going on. So yes, and this path is beautiful. There's love. There's abundance. There is childlike, almost childlike love. If this isn't somebody that's already currently in your life that you know from the past, or it has been around, that there's this sort of like childlike love with them, almost like making love in a playful way. It's like going and almost healing your inner child with this love too. There's this healing that's going on within this path, and with the Empress, just this person would just, not that they would put you on a pedestal and they would be like, oh, like that, but they just would see you as somebody that's so worthy of just such great treatment, such love. They see you as somebody worthy of their love even. All right, let's pull some more cards over here. Tell me more about this path, Spirit. We'll take, there's 3. We can take all of them, I guess. So we have the 6 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. So this way, there is a real celebrating of you. Once again, I'm seeing this like celebrating of you, of your just of you as a person, recognizing you and seeing your value, and wanting to do life together and to really connect and be one, be a real unit, and even work through possible past pain and issues and transmute that into the ether, like take all of your energies, and even possibly your love together will radiate out into the world and affect others, even to almost affect the love of others, for them to see you as this like a guide in love. Like people see you and they go, oh, I want that type of love. Have you ever seen a couple where it's not like they're forcing it? You know, you see those couples where it's like, oh wow, like that'll end in a couple weeks. You know, it's almost like they just want to be seen. They're sort of that Instagram, you know, wanting to be seen as very loving. But then you see these couples that it's just so effortless. And you can see the moments between them, and they don't have to be show-offy. And there's these really beautiful moments between them that really like affect everyone around them, because everyone around them can feel their energetic love for each other. That's what this path is. And with this seven of cups, really actually kind of confuses me there. So. Okay. Oh, with the Empress again, this ace that I don't want to cover up anything. So if I have to like come back to it, we'll just put it, I don't want to, okay. It's like you don't even have to worry anymore over here. Like there's no having to like worry about the right choice over here. That this offer is the right, you know, like that this person will never make you question. They'll never make you question if you made the right choice, because what they have to offer is you feeling, for one, abundance, an abundance of love, an abundance of everything and everything beautiful. But like this offer of recognition, this offer of real, true recognition of your worth. And that you'll never have to like question whether or not this is the right choice. It won't even be, it's just for sure. It'll be for sure. You will never have to wonder that ever again. You'll never have to wonder about your worth over here. Okay. I got that message up. All right. So over here, now let's move on to the bad news. No, if you want to do cycles, you can do cycles. I've repeated cycles to infinity and beyond until they wore me down, until I was drug kicking and screaming by my higher self to get the heck out of there. So I understand cycles, and I know what keeps us there. Love keeps us there. A false perception of love, but love nonetheless, because we love even the most painful experiences in our life. We want to try to heal things in weird ways, but it's a cycle for sure over here. So over here, there we have the 8 of Cups, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Cups, and Death. And right away, I'm getting, there is this walking away from this, and then getting back on and coming back to court the cycle again. It's like this sort of, I get the walking the wheel, walking in a circle almost. That just, here we go. Okay, so we're walking away from the ride, and now we're going to get back on the ride, and we're just going over and over on this ride, over and over. And that's an option. This path is an option to keep doing that, because here comes this Knight of Cups to court death, basically, to court what has been, should have been done and did, and the thing that has already been done and did. Here we go again, courting the same thing over and over and over again. So let's read to see how Spirit wants to chastise you. Spirit, tell me more about this path. I assume you're going to give them hell. All right, so we have the 8 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. And actually, I would like one more to complete the set. That really wants to bounce out of there. Oh, yes, I know. Oh, I know. It's all very passionate, isn't it? It's all very passionate. And, oh, you've put a lot of time and effort into this. You've put this over here, this path that you, and when you guys are together, it's so passionate and it's so good. But then what happens? Ace of Swords. Let's switch. Then what happens? Mental, maybe even, some type of mental abuse even. I don't know if that's for everyone, but there's some type of worry and overthinking and anxiety that's going on over here. Or even knowing too that this is over, that this knowing that this should have been done. And with this card, this Ace of Swords, I always get the energy when I see it of like past life stuff. And because there's this stairway here that's going into like this light, and it's almost like this like tunnel of light and stairs to another life. And it could be that you, for some, have done this, not even just in this lifetime, but so many lifetimes. And that this is, let's see, Spirit, what do you want to tell me about this? That it just needs to, there's no more thinking that needs to be done. It's just mental anguish, mental struggle, lots and lots of overthinking energy. Let's see. So many swords. I do get the idea that somebody's just like kind of, and then there's the Knight of Cups. Oh, so these two facing off as well. Somebody that just wants love, and I see such a sad face in this Knight of Cups here too. So potentially you just want love, and this other person is just very removed from it. That somebody is very analytical, but that there is this sort of, maybe it's a desire for them to be passionate and they're not. But I do get this, like, maybe that it is that they're very passionate when it's good, and then it gets sort of taken away a little bit, and then they become cold. But that you put a lot of energy over here. But it's just repeating and repeating and repeating. And I have a pain in my chest right now. So, what is that? There's a pain in my chest right now. And what the heck is that? It feels very painful. All right, let's move on to your oracle cards. Man, okay, so on what is this? It's my left. There's a pain in my chest. And it's not even like, well, it could be heart chakra, but I don't know. Just feeling a pain. I can feel the pain of this. It's of this cycle. Let me breathe that out. All right. Goodness. I refine my character and overcome difficulties by remaining positive. I calm my heart and illuminate my intellect to transform shadow into light. I consciously manifest goodness in and around me. I improve my qualities for the benefit of all. So, yeah, I calm my heart. That's interesting. This heart chakra, and I just had that pain in my chest. And illuminate my intellect to transform shadow into light. That too. That's interesting. That like goes along with that as well. It's really just like, if you feel bad in any situation that like is more than just a few weeks, because sometimes you just feel bad, like life brings you like lessons and stuff that you just have to move through the energies. But if you're like repeating cycles over and over and like it feels bad for a long time, just know that you're not supposed to feel bad for a long time. You know, like life is about feeling good too. It's about feeling good as well. And just look at your life from the perspective of what makes me feel good and what doesn't. And that will help you choose which path is for you. Aura of love. I knew this was a love reading. The union of light and dark, of earth and sky. Balancer of anima and animus. The merger of two souls. Acknowledge the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, both yin and yang, to create perfect balance. Whoa. So this is very much like, what do you call it? Twin souls, twin flame energy. The merger of two souls, which was interesting. They were talking about the union of light and dark, of earth and sky, and this light over here. I just kind of wonder if there's I don't this especially with this light coming out, I just wonder if you're a light worker and maybe that this is just like a cycle that to help maybe this person grow or something, and now it's just time to like move towards another path. But no, it's your choice. They're two separate paths, but that like I don't know. Maybe that was a message for somebody specific, but there is, to me though, this union of light. This is the dark. This is the light. There is a real beautiful thing. Like when people talk about twin flames, here's my big beef with twin flames. They talk about it being this. They validate when people are treating people badly and doing really bad things, and then they have you blame yourself. And the people that talk about twin flames, they talk about it in a really, I'm not saying everybody does, but a lot of people do. They talk about it in a really toxic way. And just trust and believe, if you don't hear it anywhere else, please hear it from me, is that a twin flame will never ever hurt you in these horrific ways, and then you have to sit there and blame yourself for that happening because you didn't heal yourself enough or something. That's absolutely absurd. And if I could relieve anybody of that horrible thought, because trust me, I got caught up in what I thought was this thing too, and it allowed for cheating. It allowed for mental abuse, emotional abuse. I allowed everything in because I thought that person was the other half of my soul. And oh gosh, then right after that, I met the most beautiful person that treated me so good, and like that I never even had to ever feel that way. And I never had a thought of that, the person, the twin flame again, you know, like, no, you don't. Twin flames, I think they can exist, and they do exist. But a twin flame will have you feeling this way and showing you the dark aspects of yourself in a very healthy dynamic. It has nothing to do with toxic, chaotic dysfunction. That is completely something else, and that is of a dark energy. And a twin flame, a twin soul, will show you all of the beautiful aspects of yourself, but they'll also mirror things in a very healthy way, the things that you need to work on in a healthy way. There, end of story. And I just had to get that out because the twin flame thing, I just feel like people are abusing themselves and allowing other people to abuse them as well, because there's this weird information out there. All right, snake. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. Yo, dude, this might be like twin flame stuff. I'm really like picking up on that. So there is something over here, like some type of cycle that you're just repeating over. And you may even think that this person is your like twin flame or something, especially with that. Like they're not. You need to, I mean, you don't have to, but there's this actual beautiful person over here. And I'm getting major, like this is where you need to head, but you don't have to. Amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. Yes, I love that. How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. This person wants to lead the way. Somebody healthy in life and love and everything. Somebody completely healthy and balanced and amazing that's going to treat you like the god or goddess that you are and like see you for all that you are, as opposed to this cycle that you're trapped in. Like, or not trapped in, but that you keep walking, or maybe that it is that you've walked away, but there's this idea of potentially doing it again. You don't need to, you can. I can't tell you what to do. These are the paths and the spirit just gives me the information. But that this person can awaken something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be mystical. It could just be awakening the beauty of you that maybe you just don't quite see. You know, the beauty of you, the amazingness of you, and how worthy you are to be seen, to be loved, to not have to ever question, or have trust issues. All of that will just fade away, because you'll just be like, oh yes, this is where I'm meant to be. I am valued here. And I'll just repeat it one more time. And even this too, like the like looking at this sort of injured person over here and potentially wanting to help heal them, especially with this like transmute, is that you can transmute and heal each other of your shadow selves, those injured parts of yourselves. You can be a mirror with somebody that completely respects and loves you as well, and does not do terrible things to you or treat you like crap. That is complete baloney. And anybody that tells you any different is potentially caught in something themselves, and I hope they get out of it. All right. Let's pull one last card for you. If there's any last advice that Spirit wants to give you. Actually, I will use this deck. Any final words here, please, Spirit? I need to let Spirit have the final word. Oh my gosh. All right. So we have, oh my gosh. Are these counterparts? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. King of, I love it. I love it. And I'm putting these over here because I'm not even about to like put them in that other realm. I'm not giving that false advice. Wow. Wow. Complete counterparts. So we have, look how light it is over here too. There's a little bit of lightness over here, but it's a little more dark. King of, I love that you are in front of the king. Well, I not that you have to be a female, or it could go vice versa, but like I usually read the female energy for you, because I don't know if or at least in this reading I have. So the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. complete counterparts, complete emotional fulfillment, love, family, just complete fulfillment over here. And like there's this sort of with this this Knight of Wands and this King of Wands here. It even could be too, like, I get the idea of the passion between you is something so important, possibly, that makes you keep walking this path again. Is that you're like, well, like, it was just so fiery and good, but fiery can be bad as well. But like that over here, you can have that passion too, but in a really stable way. Like they're both sitting, and like those, and then they're followed by the Ten of Cups. That it can actually be really like passionate over here too. And this person that wants to come in, or maybe they're already there, but they can't, there's a slow moving energy there. So, oh, and I love that. Look at that too. Look at that on the other. So if you look here, right next to each other, on the other side of this wall is this. And it's almost like these people are welcoming you to your new world that you gotta make that choice. It's up to you. It's up to you. All right, pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope that all resonated, and if it did not, please pick another pile. If you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me out, and I hope to see you on a future reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is your reading for diverging path. Or I'm not telling you where to go, but you have 2 paths, and you're sort of at a crossroads, and what each of them has to offer is just general good insight. You know, when you're at a crossroads, it's a little hard to know which way to go. So we have path 1. Oh, I just realized I did not pick an animal card. Sorry. Let me just quickly get one of these. Come on, shoot out so I don't have to. Thank you, Spirit. The elephant. All right. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. All right. So we have path 1 and path 2. And what connects you is something. Ooh, I just had a sneeze that like was quite painful. That just a sneeze that needed to come out and it wouldn't. So maybe that's something related to this. But yeah, I needed to sneeze, but it just didn't come. Which caused pain. And I'm getting some type of ending, some type of possible painful ending, but for your growth. What connects these 2 paths is a painful ending. And this diverging path could have been created from a painful ending, possibly. But that it's all for your growth, that you wear that pain as a beautiful dress. That you wear that pain for your own growth. It was all for your own growth. And so let's start over here. We have the Lovers, 8 of Pentacles, Strength, 8 of Pentacles again, and the 7 of Cups. So right away I'm going to pause because these dogs are barking. All right. Sorry about that. The neighbor's dogs, they drive me nuts. All right. So I'm seeing over here with this Lovers, there is a choice that was made here. Potentially in love. And with this 8 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles twice, something that you put like a lot of work into, lots and lots of time. There was a lot of time here spent, or possibly it even felt like a lot. The whole thing was a lot. It was a lot. And I almost wonder if this is for those of you that are resonating with the love situation, that this person I feel like very pampered here. That almost like that it was a lot required for this person. A lot of pampering almost, or just a lot. They were just a lot in general. But that doesn't have to be for everyone. That's for some. But I'm getting very much that there was a lot of time spent here and a lot of effort put into this. And there's a struggle going on, though. A struggle, potentially even struggled with this person. It just felt like, yeah, like a lot of work, a lot, and to just take care of this person, or if it's for those that don't resonate with the love and more of a job or something, that there's just a lot of effort put towards this situation or person. And but I do see you struggling with that decision of, was it the right choice to... It looks like you made a choice. Not sure what that choice is yet. I guess we'll see. But you're struggling whether or not that was the right choice. Or potentially you're facing that choice right now. Potentially you're not sure what the right choice is. So let's see. Let's pull a few more cards here. Actually, I'll pull from this deck. Tell me more about this path here. Maybe we can get it clarified whether or not you're facing this choice currently. Or maybe you're just struggling with what the right choice is. Because it's like, this is where I put all my effort. This is where I put all my effort. So, Page of Wands. Bring that down a little bit. Page of Wands. The Lovers again. And one more, please, Spirit. And Nine of Swords. Lot of anxiety, lot of worry, a lot of worry over this choice. There's a lot of worry going on. I wonder if you're currently facing it because you haven't quite grabbed a hold of a choice here. So, and I see, I'm getting this message too of very much, and it's hard. It's hard not to read this as a love reading, but yeah, we'll be a little bit specific. If this is about someone that you care about, about a person that you're in love with, I see that the choice is hard because there is love. Or has been love. I mean, maybe you've fallen out of love, but at one time or currently you love this person. There was love, there was lots of love there. And I see you still struggling with making a decision and lots of worry over what the right choice is. So that's one path. The path is staying within that and never making a choice, basically. So let's move on to path number 2. And this, what very much makes sense now why what connects these two is an ending, a painful ending. Because the Ten of Swords is a painful ending, but one that is for your own benefit. So first off, I'm seeing the Page of Swords with some type of head cut off here, which is an interesting depiction. But very much that you've done it. I'm getting, you did the thing. You made the choice. You got clear about what it is. There no more confusion. Confusion on this side, this path is the clarity. You cut the head off. You made the choice. It's the deed is done. You made the choice. And there's celebration in that. So I mean, as much as you might be fearing what the right choice is, once you do it, there is celebrating over here. There is almost freedom too, to, I don't know, to fill your own cup, to go, to be free. I get this very freedom, like, and maybe even being able to like be around, like spend time with people you care about and love, and just do that instead of like worrying that you made this decision, and spend time with people that you care about. And so I'm seeing, this is interesting, this Knight of Cups and this Queen. I'm going to really quickly clarify that so I'm not misinterpreting. I kind of wonder if you do make this decision, if this person's going to come back. Yes. Okay. Yep. So when you do make this decision, this person will, on this path, once you make the choice, get clear, this person will come back, and it's not going to be like done. Like, they still have their free will to make the choice, and it looks like they do come back in, and that there might be pain in that. There's grief in that, and there's sadness. It's not easy. It's not easy. There will be this initial celebration of it, but I do think that this person will try to come back in, and to try to do this again, to try to do this again. And there's I think that they want to be relieved of the pain of it. Let's see what the cards were. Let's pull some more cards down here. There's that Three of Cups again. Tell me more, Spirit. The Magician. What else? Wow, this card just keeps coming out for like every reading. All right, so Three of Cups, the Magician, Eight of Pentacles. This is celebrated. This path is celebrated. That there's this struggle here, this work that needs to be done here with this person, of potentially like consoling them, and maybe doing it in a loving way, and that might seem a bit like I don't know. I'm also getting the message of like, you know what that is. That with these eight, remember how much work this was, consoling and taking care, or like this person was a lot. Or this situation. I keep saying person. I don't know. Like I'm already lost in the person scenario here. This was a lot. This situation was a lot to deal with. And you know that it's always going to be like that. And that it is being very much celebrated. It's like written in the stars almost for you to move towards this path. This is the path of that, to free yourself from that, to be free, to be, I don't know, and even spend time with friends again, and jump into this to make your life better, to create the life that you want, to create the situations that you want, as opposed to living your life for this person or situation. I get very much like this was a lot of work, and that I see you looking longingly over here, to like longingly in this direction, but it's like there's I don't know, even preventing you too, is this person like right in front of you. Like, remember me, remember, I still have all this growth to do. I'm still growing. You have to stay here with me and help me grow. Which you don't. You don't have to do that. All right, let's read your oracle cards. The path to light. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. Then, that could go back to this message too. I'm a little more aggressive than I probably should be. Is that you don't have to do this in like if there's an ending that needs to take place and you're like worried about, like, I get, yeah, possibly too is like worried about hurting them. And you could handle this in a really loving way, like that it's going to hurt them, but like that you can try to ease into it step by step, but like that your life isn't meant to feed somebody else, you're not here to feed other people's souls experience, or facilitate, we do have some soul contracts where we're meant to experience certain things with certain souls, and that's all, there, but you're not here to just be stuck in somebody's world, like you have full capacity to choose for yourself and what is your path, and decide what your path and what is your happiest path, the path to light. Like if there's no light to be found over here anymore, then that's just not, I can tell you what to do. It's up to you, but you'll know. All right. Remembrance. Remember, the light within your heart, more light energy, is the same as the rays of the sun and the glow of the moon. The same energy that moves the ocean tides also stirs inside your heart. What is it that your heart truly desires? What have you not said to someone that you would like to say? Find and express your truth. Don't be afraid. Yeah. Like, if you are struggling with this, I know what it's like to, struggle with what the right choice is. I'm always afraid I'm making the wrong choices. And, it's just once you make a choice and you're down that road, like it's rare that you ever regret it. And you're like, especially if it feels so intensely like something that needs to happen, don't be afraid to like communicate the things that you need for you in your life. And if the communication is about, I don't know, I mean, it feels there's an ending here, something that needs to end. If that is going to hurt somebody, know that their hurt is only momentary, and they'll heal from it. They will heal. They'll heal. But you could try to do it in, a loving, kind way. I mean, we should all be kind to each other. All right, elephant. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. This is about diverging paths. That's so great. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of, again, light energy. Both of these are about light. There's maybe you're a light worker, but look towards the light, especially with these Three of Cups. Like, look towards the stars and the light. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. So, yeah, like, know that you can clear your own path. You can take this on. You are the elephant. You can move forward, and like you can create paths. Actually, you are this creature that is the creator of paths, and you should never be fearful of taking steps towards the path, or a different path, or making a new path, or creating a path, or having those conversations. Like, you can make choices, and you should not be fearful, because you are the elephant and you are an unstoppable force. All right, let's pull some angel cards here. All right, Spirit, what do you have for us? Oh my gosh. Nothing's going to come out, is it? I'll just pull one. There we go. Spiritual understanding, Archangel Raziel. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. Dude, so you are like... I keep slamming stuff over near my mic. I should not do that because it's a very sensitive mic. You are being guided here. Very much so. We're all being guided, but you are being really guided. And you might be seeing like signs and synchronicities, especially with light energy. Pay attention to like even some of the things you're seeing in this, like the elephant energy, but very much like light energies. So really pay attention to signs and synchronicities right now, because you are very much being guided to move towards to make the right choices, to move towards the path. There's no real right choices, but like to move towards a path that is more fulfilling to you, to help you through any of the anxiety you're feeling about all this. I see lots of anxiety for you, and I can't imagine that it feels very good. All right, so we have Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Yeah, if there's a lot of mental anguish going on, especially with this Nine of Swords here, over this decision, really just like possibly even take some time away from all of this, like find an alone space. I know myself, I can't even like cry if somebody's in the house. So I'll ask my boyfriend if he could just like go work on his laptop in the yard for like 10 minutes so I could get out. Like I'd like to do like emotional releases sometimes when stuff comes up. And if you don't have a space that you can be really like connect with all of this and where you want to head, and like, yeah, just really get in touch with yourself and how you're feeling, find that, create that space, really create that space. Yeah, because it's really, I think that's probably part of the problem with the anxiety and worry is you might have like someone or a situation in your face that is completely like overwhelming you, where you can't even think about yourself at all. So really take some time to yourself to be able to figure out what it is that you want and where you want to go. All right, let's pull one last card because this is my last reading, and I don't know, I just feel like it. What cards have I not really pulled out? No, I haven't really pulled these. Any last advice for this? Oh my gosh, they just like flew out. So we have the Moon and the Emperor. Of course, what is some sort of... The way that I put them is interesting. So over here, it's just sort of this like confused, emotional, there's this like confused energy, especially on top of this Seven of Cups over here is just very confused and in the dark and unclear. But there you are on the other side of this, on this other path, very sure of yourself. The Emperor is a very, very sure figure. They are someone that they're not afraid of anything. They're just very sure about their decisions and the choices that they make. And especially after the Page of Swords here and like this very youthful energy, and know that if you do go down this path, that at the end of it, you'll be sitting very sure, very sure, very sure. And you might feel really unsure. This is very confused, unsure energy. Yeah, especially with the Seven of Cups. There's just sort of this like, I don't know. I can't see the other side of this. Everything's so emotional. And man, the Emperor has no emotions. They just are. And not that you want to be an emotionless person, but know that on the other side of it, that you will be very sure. I mean, you can still retain your emotions. You are this Queen of Cups that's caring and loving, but that you are very sure of the choices that you make in life. Whew, okay, I got it out, Spirit. All right, pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope that all resonated. And if it did not, then please pick another pile. And if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me grow. And I hope to see you on a future reading. Bye.